name is Ursula Malemo Molife. I'm a financial planner. I have been in the industry for the past 14 years. And my passion is to help people build wealth and reach financial freedom. Where are you financially? Are you happy with the savings that you have? Are you happy that you have killed the debt that you have always wanted to kill? So today I'm just going to be explaining what you need to do in order to get the financial literacy skills that will help you build the wealth and reach financial freedom. The benefits of having financial literacy skills is that you'll be able to navigate through your finances and make good financial decision for yourself in the future, where this will help lead you to being financially free in no time. Having a budget for yourself is one of the most important financial literacy skills that you need to have. So many people have a stigma around budgeting. They say it's too much work, it's overwhelming. But one thing I can tell you is that if you fail to budget, you plan on staying poor. I also didn't budget when I started working, and the end results was not good because I ended up getting into debt. I think most people, the reason that they don't budget is because money was never taught at school. Our first experience with money is when we get to our first job. That's when we start learning about money, and as a result, we don't have a budget. The first thing you need to do is track your expenses. Look at the last 6 months of where you have been spending your money. That's what I did for myself when I really wanted to create a budget for myself. And the second thing that I did is create a personal income statement, which was, it helped me to recognize my income and my expenses. And the third thing that I did was to differentiate between the needs and the wants. It's very important with all the media, social media, with all the advertising and everything, you know, they're working on your psychology, and you tend to confuse your wants and your needs. So it's very important to be honest with yourself to know what are your needs or your wants. And the seasonal expenses. Once a year you buy winter clothes. Once a year you buy tires. So you need to plan for those seasonal expenses and ensure that they are within your budget, so that when they come along already you have planned for them. If you do that, you will create a nice budget which you can review on a monthly basis, and you are on your, this is the first step to financial freedom, because now you have a way forward in terms of how you have built your budget and how you're gonna spend your money. The second thing that I want to discuss is getting out of debt. You need to get out of debt and stay out of debt, because debt will rob your future income today. It is something that compounds negatively for you. There's compounding interest that is positive. Debt is a compounding interest that works out negatively for you. So you need to get out of debt if you want to create wealth. In order for you to get out of debt, you need to get the extra money out of your income. You can get the extra money through, if you go through your wants and your needs, eliminate the takeaways, the coffees, you will see that there's extra money that you have within your budget. And if that doesn't work, maybe you can start selling something for extra money. You know, there's Avon, there's Tupperware, people are selling a whole lot of things. I remember I used to sell dolls so that I can make extra income. So that will help you to get extra income, so we can attack the debt And the second thing that you need to do is list all your debt. And the most expensive debt is the one that you list first. And expensive debt is your credit card, your personal loans, your store cards. Those are the debts that you need to eliminate first. Then your car, then your mortgage. You know, just because the home loan is 20 years, it doesn't mean that you have to pay it over 20 years. You can shorten up the period. It's not an obligation that it has to be 20 years. So what you do is that you list all the expensive debt, and from the extra money that you got on your budget from the takeaways, the coffees, or the extra money that you made from selling, it could help you now to start putting extra towards the most expensive debt. And once you're done with the first debt, you go to the second one, then you go to the next one. That's how you do it up until you eliminate the most expensive debts, which is the credit card, the store cards, and the personal loans. Then after you have eliminated those, then you can add extra money towards your car so that you can finish paying it off quicker. Then the next step is now you are killing your bond with the extra money that you were paying in the other debt. Then that's the last debt that you attack. Then once you finish paying off your debt, then you are closer. You are 2 steps closer to getting to financial freedom. So I will move on to the third skill that could help you reach financial freedom, which is building an emergency fund. You need to prepare yourself for winter, because winter comes to anyone. No one is protected from the winter of life. So you need to prepare yourself. And how you can prepare yourself from that is that when you have finished paying your most expensive debt, you can now look at look at your budget and allocate some money to an emergency fund. Well, the ideal, the aim is that you must at least have save 10% of your income towards an emergency fund. That is the ideal situation, but it doesn't have to be that way. If you can only contribute less, it's still fine. And have a target goal. Normally, 6 months of your monthly expenses, it's the right amount to save. It will give you breathing space should you lose your job, should anything happen that needs money. At least it will give you breathing space to start building it again. And with emergency money, you need to find an investment that is secured. You know, it's not an investment that you can put into a risky environment like shares or anything. You need to find low risk investment platform where you can put your emergency money. And you need to stay focused up until you reach that amount that you have set for yourself, which is 6 months of your monthly expenses, in order to reach that. And if once you build your emergency fund, you are 3 steps closer to reaching financial freedom. And now we're going to move to the 4th step, you starting to invest. Investing is the key to building wealth. Now you're on the last step where you're really looking at your assets, creating assets for yourselves. And one thing about investing, as an individual, you need to educate yourself on the investment products that are out there. That we've got property, we've got unit trusts, we've got ETFs, which is exchange traded funds. We have Bitcoin. You need to educate yourself in all the investments that are available to us. And And do not invest in something that you don't understand. If you don't understand anything, rather get a financial advisor who's going to help you understand how an investment works. It's always better to invest in something that you understand. And also, when you are investing, you need to be aware what kind of risk are you willing to take as a person. You know, there are shares are very risky, but they also give you the best rewards. But if you are that person who panics when the market goes down, maybe shares is not the right investment for you. You can look also at investing at property, because also there is high growth, there is a moderate growth when it comes to property. It's still a good investment that you can get. And investing is a long-term journey. You can never build wealth in a period of 5 years. It's a longer period. It's a period of 10 years. You build wealth over time. I've got a friend who's buying houses, and they are part of her investment portfolio. So what she has told me is that currently she's just buying and paying off the expenses, and she's not making any money as yet. But you know, in 10 years' time, she would have finished the debt, and now the money will be coming to her. So when it comes to investing, you need to be patient, because it's a long-term game. It's never short-term. You know, if somebody comes to you and tells you that you can double your money within a period of 3 years, you must know it's fraud. They are trying to defraud you of your money, because if investing is long-term, it's never short-term. Those are the 4 financial literacy skills, and once you have started your investment, you are building your wealth, and your financial freedom is very near. So those skills, in order to achieve those skills, it's also a mindset game, because you have to work on your discipline, you have to work on you have to be patient, you have to be consistent. That's the only way you can actually get to financial freedom. It's more like when you are on a diet. If you are on a diet, you need to consistently choose the right food for yourself. You need to consistently exercise. So I like comparing financial literacy and financial freedom, the road to that, to be more like when you are on a diet, because it's the same process. You have to be disciplined. It's a long-term thing, and once you get those skills right and you are disciplined, you will be financially free. Hopefully you don't have to work again in your life, because your assets will be generating money, and that's the point that we want to get you at. Thank you so much. Thank you.